Hey, it's David. Welcome to Cross Fitness, helping men and women get into the best shape of their life, one workout at a time. So I want to do something this week as a point of encouragement, doing a little series on how am I coping as a spirit-filled Christian man with what's going on in America in the current cultural crisis. I mean, I don't need to tell you what's going on that's causing stress and discouragement and in the Christian world. And how am I want to tell you how some strategies that I'm using just to try to keep my head in a right place, spiritually speaking. Okay, there's just things going on that are so disturbing in the political realm. The profound ungodly administration that is in charge right now, that is, the Afghanistan debacle, the open borders, the rush to the left as far and as fast as possible towards a culture of death with abortion, right? The disillusion of the nuclear family, the LGBTQ array that this government cannot support enough. And what's happening in our academia, becoming indoctrination centers for the kids, and the battles that are going on in that realm, and on and on and on we could go, right? There's so many stress points in our culture, and how do we as Christians navigate that? Keep our joy, keeping the faith, and all of that. And so I'm just working through this myself. So here's some strategies, and I'll start today with the first one. Strategy number one for me is I'm just calling it silence the voices. Silence the voices. I'm trying to use extreme discretion and filtering in what comes in my eye gate and in my ear gate. I have turned off secular news entirely. I no longer trust them as a reliable source of information. Rather, I have known that they are purveyors of propaganda and disinformation and misinformation. So I have canceled them entirely. But I can't, detach myself as a responsible, Christian leader from the culture. Okay, so rather I've shifted and pivoted toward what I would consider to be better sources of information. I'm listening to some podcasts. I'll put the links in the description below. 3 that I listen to. Number 1 is MOHLER, who is The Briefing, a daily analysis of current events from a Christian worldview. The second one is BREAKPOINT with John STONESTREET, president of the Colson Center. This is an excellent commentary on our culture from a Christian perspective. The third one is by World Magazine. It's a podcast called The World and Everything in It. I'll put that in the description as well. You can check that out. And the format is balanced. It's helpful and not toxic. So those are 3. Some others, NEWSMAX, OAN, One America Network on YouTube. These are better choices rather than some of the other ones. And so the first thing is to silence the voices. You know what? If I was in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson, get the crap beat out of me, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face, right? Okay, so, but if the first road to healing for me and with Mike Tyson is to get out of the ring, all right? Stop him from punching me, right? Get out of the ring. And so to some extent, we need to silence the voices. We need to put the filters on. We need to use extreme discernment and wisdom in order to find the truth and to walk in the truth, okay? And all truth is God's truth. So anyway, so that's a thought. There's some other things that I watch, many others. I'll share them later in this series of where I'm gravitating to keep my mindset and my mind headspace in a good place, okay? So strategy number 1 is silence the voices, okay? I'll talk to you tomorrow with another strategy that may be helpful to you. And this is just how I'm doing it. You may have other ways, and I'd love to hear your suggestions. You can put those in the comments on the YouTube channel. Let's talk about it, all right? So for now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, reminding you that I'm always for you, never against you. I'll talk to you next video.